welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So today we'll be taking a look and unboxing and flipping through all of these goodies from Running Press, most of which will be coming out in March, though I don't know when this video will go live, so some of the items might have already released or not. Definitely check out the links in the description box below to see what's still on pre-order and what is released. So I have several books and a few decks to go through. So I thought we'd start with the decks first and then move into the books after. We have lots of things to go through, so this video will definitely be longer. So definitely grab a snack and put this on the TV or whatever if you want to just listen to the video. But I'm super excited. I do want to thank Running Press very much for sending me these items to review. So I am part of their RP Mystic Coven, where I get to select things every single month, or rather every single quarter now, to receive. And I typically just select everything I don't already own. That way I can show on the channel, including the items for kids, because I do have several subscribers. I have many subscribers actually that have children and that do watch and like to see the reviews on the kids items to see if it's something that they would want to buy for their kids. So I'm really excited for a lot of these items and I'm excited to get into it. For the Make Your Own Magic, I actually have two books. So one they sent me in advance was an unedited ARC. ARC stands for Advanced Reader Copy, and then they send me the finished production. So I'll definitely be showing the finished production, but I just have them here in the stack of books. But you'll see the finished production, obviously, because this is what you'll be buying, this one here. And this one was an uncorrected ARC that they sent me. But I'm super excited to get into it, so let's start with the decks. So I'm actually going to start with this little mini fairy terrarium that they sent me. It's really cute. It's one of their RP minis, so they do have a lot of little mini items, which is really cute, that you can build. It comes with a little book and whatnot. So I do want to open this up. Oh, I need scissors. Okay, hold on. Let me get scissors. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got scissors. Now, let's actually read the back before getting into it. So in the back here, it says, Mini Fairy Terrarium includes everything you need to build an enchanted fairy home. 2.5 terrarium, 2 fairy figurines, 2 mini mushrooms, real moss and rocks, and a mini book profiling over 20 fairies from folklores around the world. And then it retails for $10.95 in the US, $14.50 in Canada. Now, if you wanted to even get deeper into fairies, they do have A to Z fairy book that actually came out in February, which I'll be showing in this video as well afterwards. Okay, hold on. This is kind of dangerous. Let me do this closer to me. Cut myself. Okay. Okay. Oh, and here's the little book. Okay. Okay, let's put this here. Ooh, this looks like it'll be messy. Oh God. Interesting. Little rocks. Oh God. At least this stands up. I can easily put this on my windowsill, I think. This seems like it's going to be messy. And I kind of don't want to make a mess here. Okay, let's see. Then we have the little figurines. Here's one. Can't even. Here's one. Here's number 2. have the little mushrooms. And then the rocks are here. Okay, let's see. You're supposed to like bend these? Like go in or what? Hmm. I don't know actually. Okay, that seems cute. So cute. Looks darker than it should. Camera. Ugh. Absolute mess. Definitely a fun project to do with kids if you have kids. Or to do for yourself. If you just want to do something fun for yourself. There. That's good. Okay. Can I shove this one in here? Okay, let's see if I can put the rocks in. This is already like overloaded with stuff, but let's see. Definitely cute little rocks. Oh, this poor fairy. There we go. Let's put this back here, I think. There. I think that looks good. And I think I'll put this on my windowsill. There we go. What a mess this caused, though. Okay, let's look at the book, and then I'll clean up the mess. Okay, so this is the little book. So cute. Okay, so it's by Eugene Fletcher and illustrated by Camellia Pham, who, these two, they did the Fairies Oracle from Running Press, which I have up on my channel. Definitely check it out if you're interested. And it just goes through actually some of the fairies from that deck, actually. So definitely check out that deck if you're interested in the fairies in here. They're cute. Okay. Very cute. I love it. I'm going to put that on my windowsill, actually. I feel like it looks good. Let's move on to the decks now. Okay, so then we have the Forest Magic Oracle. This is a deck and guidebook for green witches. This is by Nikki Vandekar and illustrated by Eileen Manon, I think. The name sounds French. I don't know if that's pronunciation is correct or not, but yes, apologies if I didn't pronounce the name correctly. There is a book also that goes with this, which you'll see later in the video. You can buy them separate or you can get both of them, but they are separate items that you can buy. So yes, I'm excited to get into this. It looks really nice, actually. The illustrations are very nice. Here in the back, it says, befriend the mysterious and wise guardians of our woodlands using the green witchcraft of the Forest Magic Oracle deck. Whether you live deep in the woods or in the center of a city, these cards, each featuring a magical plant from trees to flowers, will guide you to a more grounded state of connection with the earth. 40 oracle cards featuring full color illustrations with magical plants, illustrated guidebook with information about the use and magical properties of each plant. So this retails for $20 in the US and $26 in Canada. So it's in this type of box style. I'm going to take out the book and the cards. I'm also going to open the cards since I haven't done that already. Okay, let me put the box here. So let me just open this and then we'll get into the guidebook. Okay, so let's get into the guidebook. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a table of contents with all the cards. We have a how to use your deck. And then it goes into the cards. There are no keywords. So it's just a blurb for each card. And then that's it. Okay, so let's get into the cards then. And then we can read for the guidebook after. Okay, so first one is Adler. And then I think we have the Latin underneath. There are no keywords. So when it comes to Oracle decks like this, it would have been nice if there was a keyword. Like the Latin is nice, but does anyone actually really care about the Latin anymore for plants? I don't know, but I think a keyword also would have been nice, like underneath that. I might need to add keywords to this. Maybe based on the information in the guidebook, I can create a keyword for each card and then add it to the card. I think that would be good. I do like the art style though. Apple. Ash. Basil. Birch. Chamomile. Clover. There's no 4-leaf on here. That would have been fun actually if there was a 4-leaf clover. They're all 3 leaves. Corn. Crocus. Daisy. Elder. Elm. Fern. Growth. Gorse? How do you pronounce this? I don't even know what this is. Gorse, maybe? Grape. Holly. Ivy. Lavender. Mandrake. Marigold. Mint. Mistletoe. Mugwort. Myrtle. Oak. Parsley. Pine. Pomegranate. Primrose. Pumpkin. Rose. Rosemary. Rowan. Sage. Snowdrop. Thyme. Vervain. Witch hazel. Yarrow. And lastly, yew. I really love the artwork. The artwork is gorgeous. These are the backs. I love the backs. Gorgeous. I love the simplicity of the cards. Again, I do really wish that they had keywords on them. I think it would have been easier to use as an oracle, in my opinion. Like the Latin, for people who really like plant decks and things like that, might really appreciate the Latin. For someone like me who's just going to use this as an oracle, I could care less about the Latin, but I do care about keywords and things. I think it would be great because these are very simplistic, and if you don't know anything about the plant itself, you won't really know much. Like, you won't be able to read this intuitively, in my opinion. So I think having keywords would have been great. In terms of the cardstock, no issues. I feel like this is very typical type of cardstock from Running Press. Let's take a look at the size of the cards in comparison to regular tarot. I think that they will be taller because they usually are. So in terms of standard tarot, they are taller and wider than standard tarot, as you can clearly see here. This card is from the RWS, so yeah. Which is pretty typical. They're typically larger. They do stick a bit. But I feel like with their decks, you really have to use them a bit for them to not stick as much. Which is normal. I feel like any deck like that, when you shuffle for the first time, they're going to stick and clump a bit. But with use... Okay. We're going to read for Basil. Okay, let's take a look. Basil. So they're in alphabetical order. Okay, basil. Basil is a contradictory herb. In some cultures, it is viewed as a force for good, while in others, it is perceived in quite a negative light. For example, ancient Greeks believed that basil was a symbol of hate, misfortune, and poverty. But in the West Indies, basil arranged around a shop will attract customers. These days, the positive aspects of basil have taken precedence. It is a symbol of love and goodwill. And giving a basil plant to a newlywed or partnered couple will convey your intentions for the success of their relationship. Basil gives you strength, allowing you to move forward in spite of any fears or doubts. So could have put like love and goodwill as like the keywords. So this is what I read. Short to the point. That's what I like in guidebook entries, honestly. Short to the point. Let's read one more. We can move on to the next deck. Oh, birch. Maybe we can read something that's not in the bee realm. What's at the bottom? Here, primrose. Primrose. Here, primrose. Primrose is said to attract fairies, which is interesting since many plants are renowned for their ability to protect against the fae. To understand this dichotomy and why Celtic folklore seems to both value and fear fairies, it's useful to think of them as an embodiment of nature. As forest witches, we worship nature, but our reverence is tempered with rational unease. Nature can be dangerous, even harmful. Primrose is for the times when you feel most at ease with nature and recognize it as a force that protects rather than endangers. Collect 3 primrose blossoms, preferably early in the morning when the dew is still upon them. Brush your cheeks with their dew, blessing and anointing yourself. Take them home and rest them on the windowsill to dry and serve as an invitation for fairies. This is what I read. And this. So again, short to the point. I like that they go into different like folklore and things of what people used to do or knowledge in terms of like the plant and how it relates to other folklore. Very interesting. Of course, it's short to the point because it's a small oracle deck. It's not, a very thick book by any means, though there is a separate book for forest magic. I'm not sure how much more detail it goes into, so we'll definitely check that out later in the video. For now, we're going to move on to the next deck in this particular video. So next we're going to get into the Junior Witches spell deck. This is 50 spells, rituals, meditations, and more. This is by Nikki Vanderkar and illustrated by Uda Krogman. This is part of the Junior series that they have. So they have the tarot deck, astrologers, oracle. They have also a few books as well in the Junior series. And this is the new one. So this is a spell deck. They also have a grimoire, which I'll be showing later in the video, which is kind of like an accompaniment to this particular deck that you can buy for your child to use together if you were interested in this, if you have children that are interested in this type of thing. So yes, or as an adult, you can definitely get this as well. Honestly, everything that might be targeting or marketed towards children or kids can also be applied or used by adults, in my opinion. So let's check it out. So this is the front. Really cute. There's like spot gloss on the front. And then we have the back here. So it says, let your magic flow. This enchanting 50 card spell deck touches on everything from friendship and family to school and self-care. There's magic to practice whenever you need. This retails for $16.99 in the US, $22.99 in Canada. And then it does give a warning here that adult supervision is recommended. Obviously, I would assume that most of these things should be done with adults if your kid is young. I would also say that most of these things are probably fun to do with your kid as well as like an activity. So this is kind of a different type of box. They have little pockets on both sides instead of the book being here. In this case, there's no particular book. It's just 2 separate sets of cards. So I'm going to open these, and then we can take a look at the little pamphlet that it comes with. Okay, so let's get into, I'm going to keep these packs separate, only because they have to be separate in the thing. I don't know if I'll be able to show this whole thing on camera, because it looks like it's going to be a big thing. Okay, so on one side we have a table of correspondences where we have a life skill, an herb, crystals, and then essential oils. And on the other side, it says things that you'll need. We have altar items. Obviously, some of these definitely need the presence of an adult, fire-related things, for example. And it gives you like the different elements, things that you could have for that, I guess. Of course, it says to get creative and have fun with it. Different crystals tells you what kinds. It only gives you 4 types when there's much more than that. Caring for crystals. Essential oils. And it says, no matter what, don't ever drink essential oils. Obviously, that's very true. And then we have the Elder Futhark that you can use as, I guess, to make codes with. It says, use them as a simple letter replacement code. And no one will ever be able to guess what you're saying. Oh, that's cool. So you can develop a secret language, which I kind of like. Kids are really into that. So I definitely love that. So there's this small thing here. So let's get into the first pack of cards. Okay, well, this has different colored cards. So maybe we should start with this pack actually, because these are all green, it seems like, and these ones have different colors. Okay, so we'll start with this one. So we have a spell to invite creativity. These are the backs. Love the backs, very cute. So we have a spell to invite creativity, a spell to invite a new friendship, spell to invite sleep, spell to invite success, spell for courage. I do love this actually. Spell for hurt feelings. Aww. Spell for when you feel low. Spell to connect with ancestors. Spell to guard your home. Spell bag for family peace. Spell bag for luck. Binding spell for connection. Spell bag to maintain connection. Spell jar for good dreams. Spell jar for family. Family love spell. Calming bath spell. Divination spell. Empowerment spell. Enchantment spell. A forgiveness spell. A healing spell. Self-confidence spell. Protection spell. And then a home cleansing spell. And then we'll move on to the next pack of cards. Okay, we have a manifestation spell for a friend's deepest desire. Moon manifestation spell. We have for waxing crescent, waxing moon, full moon, waning moon, and dark moon. Then we have a concentration potion, fulfillment potion. Then we have friendship knots. Oh, that's cute. Crystal grid for deepen friendship. To deepen, rather, friendship. A crystal grid for a night before a test. Interesting. Okay. Crystal grid for the whole house. And then we have sigil magic. We have a connection ritual. Energy cleansing ritual. Friendship ritual. Self-love ritual. Tea ritual. Meditation for compassion. Meditation to find the good. Meditation for friendship conflicts. Meditation for mindfulness. And then meditation for channeling a muse. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. And then we have a balm against disappointment. DIY diffuser. Family symbol. Finding your familiar. Friendship altar. And then lastly, interlocking grimoires. Interesting. That's cool. So we have like different spells. We have different DIY projects, rituals, meditations, different activities. This is really fun. I think as a kid, it brings definitely a lot of magic and like fun, like open eyes and things like that into the mix, I think. And I think kids would probably really enjoy this. If you're an adult, I kind of like really like some of the spells that are in here. They're like really fun. Like this one here, spell for hurt feelings. Like that's so nice. Like I love that this was included. You have a spell here for when you feel low, which is so nice. And then what else did I like? I like the one for confidence, for example. We have one for like empowerment. Oh, the one for like forgiveness. Like I feel like the topics in this deck are really good, especially when you're a kid and you get into fights with your friends or things like that. It's like teaching your child to like make up and just understand, I guess, more of the world, I guess, and how to like forgive and move on and things like that. So I really do like this. It's really cute. There's nothing to read, so I'm not going to pull a card and read the thing since I showed all of them already. But I'm excited to show the grimoire afterwards. Let's move on to the next deck. There's 2 decks left, and then we can get into the books after. Okay, so the next deck we're going to get into is the Earth plus Body, 52 weeks of well-being inspired by nature. This is by Jolene Hart, who's the author of Eat Pretty series. She's also the author of the Well Rested Everyday 365 Rituals, Recipes, and Reflections for Radical Peace and Renewal, which is a book that I received from Running Press last year sometime and have showed on the channel before. So yeah, so I'm excited to get into this deck. Really cool that she created this deck. I love the cover. Like the artwork is stunning. So this is definitely a different type of box that I've seen from Running Press. They've never done a two-piece box like this before, so I'm interested in getting into it. So in the back here, it says, discover the links between nature's wisdom and your personal well-being. Each of the cards in this set highlights one element of nature that helps us understand our bodies and optimize our health on physical, emotional, and spiritual levels. Turn to the guidebook to explore the reflections and restorative rituals that each inspires your mind and body. Place the card in the accompanying stand for daily or weekly inspiration. I love that it comes with a little stand. So 52 full color cards illustrated by Vicky Ling, sealed in an inner box, 144 page full color guidebook, a wooden stand, and a keepsake box. So let me go ahead and open the box because we do have little tabs here, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so let's get into it since I opened it up. So it opens like this. It's blue inside. We have a book here. Oh wow, that's thick. We have the cards on one side and then the stand on the other. So I'll take both of those out. This one has keywords on it, which makes me happy. Makes me happy. Love when decks have keywords. Okay, let's put that to the side. Let me open the cards, take off the plastic, and then we can get into the book. Okay, so let's get into the book first. Oh, I love the artwork. Vicky did a fantastic job on the art. Okay, so we have a table of contents. It goes into an introduction, goes straight into the cards. Introduction, how to use the deck, and then it goes into the cards. So we have autumn, the letting go, we have intention, we have the lesson, we have the ritual, and the reflection. Okay, so they're all structured the same way. That's great. And then of course we will we'll read a card from the book. And then we have about the author at the end. I really love this. So I'm excited to read this actually. So let's get into the cards. Okay. So the cards are two-sided, meaning that this is the front and then we have on the back, we have a message. Now I'm not going to show every single back, just for the sake of, you know, publishing and stealing things and whatnot. So we'll just do the fronts and then I'll pull one and we'll do the backs. But just to show an example here. So we have autumn, the letting go. I love the artwork. And in the back, it says, I will let go of the things that do not serve me so I can make room for those that do. I'm going to do that. Then we have the bark. We have bark, the protection. Branches, the expanders. Buds, the harbingers. Cacti, the endurance. Caves, the depths. Clouds, the signs. Love this. Dew, the essence. Evergreen, the eternal. Feathers, the flight givers. Fire, the destruction and rebirth. Flowers, the fleeting beauty. Fossils, the heirlooms. Nice. Fruit, the reward. Fungi, the network. Gemstones, the beauty born of adversity. Interesting, okay. Grass, the cushion. Ice, the freeze. Lightning, the flash. Moon, the reminder. Moss, the softness. Mountains, the stillness. Nest, the home. Oceans, the unknowns. Ore, the treasure. Rain, the cleanse. Rainbow, the message. Rivers, the flow. Rocks, the foundation. Roots, the unseen strength. I like that actually. Salt, the flavor. Sand, the simple joy. Seashells, the journey. Seeds, the potential. Sky, the limitless. Smoke, the purification. Snowflakes, the quiet. Soil, the provider. These are so thoughtful, I feel like. Spring, the rebirth. Stars, the guides. Summer, the light. Sun, the life force. Sunrise, the new beginning. Sunset, the promise. Oh, I love this. Trees, the ecosystem. Valleys, the lows. Vines, the climbers. Waterfalls, the plunge. Waves, the ebb and flow. Weeds, the outcasts. Wind, the change. And winter, the rest. Was there all seasons in this deck? Actually, let me see. I know we started with autumn. Winter. Spring. Summer. Yeah, we have all the season cards in here. Oh, I love this deck so much. This is gorgeous. Honestly, gorgeous. They are going to be taller, and honestly, I didn't do this for the last deck, but they are going to be taller and wider. The running press decks are all the same size, in my opinion, so they're always going to be taller and wider than standard tarot, in my opinion, as you can clearly see here, which I personally don't mind. For me, it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and shuffle. The cardstock is a bit thick, but I don't mind it that much. I don't know how well this would riffle or bridge shuffle, just to let you know. So yes. Backs are all like rainbowish. I love it. It shuffles well though. Like it glides well, and I don't know if that's because of the type of cardstock it is. Like it's not, it has a bit of coating, but I don't know. I do really like it though. So let's read Moon, reminder, and let's use this little stand. So it comes with a little stand, which I'm definitely going to use in my opinion. It makes it go this way though. I'm going to use this for sure. So yes. So Moon, the reminder. In the back, it says, I will trust that good things await me, even when I cannot see them. Okay. And then let's find the moon. So everything is in alphabetical order. It's all in the table of contents as well. So easy to find in the book, in my opinion. Okay. Moon, reminder. The intention. I will trust that good things await me, even when I cannot see them. So the attention is what's on the back of the cards, just to let you know. The lesson: the most otherworldly object in the Earth's orbit is the moon, hanging in the night sky as a reminder of our human closeness and smallness. Gazing at the moon, 238,000 miles, about 30 Earths from where we stand, we're reminded that humans all around the globe have beheld the very same sight for centuries. The moon is a distance thread connecting our disparate life experiences, far more than just a cosmic beauty. The moon also serves a powerful purpose in keeping our climate stable. The gravitational pull of the moon moderates humans' wobble, preventing swings in climate over time. It steadies our world, and with its comforting glow reminds us each night that the sun has not gone forever. It's merely out of sight. In our own bodies, the moon connects us to natural rhythms and cycles. Each time the moon rises, it looks a bit different, waxing and waning for 29 days until it returns to its original appearance. Women may feel a particular connection to the moon cycle as it echoes a monthly menstrual cycle in its timing and patterns. Incredibly many women find that their monthly cycles sync with that of the moon. Interesting. The ritual. This week, let the sight of the moon inspire a nightly ritual of winding down your body and mind into restful sleep. Sleep is one of the most healing, restorative acts for our bodies, but it doesn't always come easily or effectively when it immediately follows an active day. Experiment with sleep-promoting habits that work best for you. Try a warm evening drink like chamomile or passion flower tea. Magnesium, in brackets it says, look for it in a warm drink or a relaxing body oil. A hot bath or self-massage, stretching, lowering lights, journaling, yoga nidra, or other favorite release practices. The reflection. How does your moonlight routine restore you? Is your current routine allowing you to optimally release, replenish, and rest your body in the evening hours? How could you adjust your PM routine to help it work more effectively for you? I really like that. I love the reflection part. I love that every card has a reflection. In my opinion, that's really good. People who are really into journaling will probably really enjoy this. So this is what I read. So all of this, plus this, and lastly this. So it was about 3 pages, 2.5-ish pages, which is really good. I really like this. I love how this is structured. The art is fantastic. I love the cards. I think that Jolene and the artist Vicky Ling did a fantastic job with this deck. I'm definitely going to be using this. I think I have a tarot deck in mind that I think this would pair nicely with, but we'll see. So I'm excited for that. Let's get into our last deck before we get into the books. Okay, so lastly for the decks, we have Dirt Gems. This is a plant oracle deck and guidebook. This is by Anne-Louise Burdett and illustrated by Chelsea Granger. Now, this used to be indie and was picked up by Running Press to be made mass market and readily available and affordable for, the general public. And when I found out that this was being picked up, I was very excited. They didn't announce the publishing house yet, but I actually had found it eventually on Amazon and knew before they even announced that it was coming out by Running Press, because I found the listing without photos on Amazon, and I was super excited because I was worried that they were going to pick. A lot of people have been going with US games, and while I do love US games, they are not readily available, especially in Canada, and very hard to get your hands on their decks. So I was kind of hoping that it was not them. So I could actually get a deck that I actually have been wanting. So this has been on my list for a very long time. But unfortunately, it was like I think it was like $80 Canadian or something to pick up. So I just not something I could afford in the moment. So I'm really excited rather to get into this because this deck is fantastic. I have several decks that I think would pair really well with this. For example, my another plant deck that's black would probably pair well with this, but I do have that deck from Watkins. I don't know if that will be up already before this video, but there's a black and white deck that I got from Watkins Publishing to review. And I think this would pair really nicely with it. I obviously didn't have that deck before I filmed. I filmed that video already, but before I filmed this one, so I haven't actually opened this yet. Like, it's not open. And then I have also a deck from Wiser Books called Wanderer's Tarot, and I think this might pair well with that as well. So we shall see, I guess. I'm excited to get into it. So let's do it. Let's get into it. I love the colors. We have the side there. So in the back here, it says, explore the transcendent power of plant allies. What can we learn if we take the time to listen to the plants growing all around us? With Dirt Gems, explore the wisdom of our plant allies in their natural beauty and complexity. Divided into 4 suits: ablaze, afloat, adrift, and amidst. These lushly illustrated cards offer tools to tap into the inherent power and magic of the natural world. So including this set is 65 cards with sprayed metallic edges. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, because they've never done, so they have done edging, and they typically do edging on their mini decks, but I don't have a full-size deck in their traditional packaging like this with edging. So I'm excited to open this. 168-page full color guidebook. I love their guidebooks. They are really well done in my opinion. And then this keepsake box. We have some example cards. I'm already really into this. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. 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 Oh, this does retail for $32 in the US and $41 in Canada. And my guess is that it's more expensive than their traditional because of the edging. Because when they don't do edging, it's way more affordable in my opinion. Love the box. So I know a lot of people are not really into this. I actually really like this because this is easier to travel with, in my opinion. Just taking this box, like this tuck box, and just traveling with that is much easier than carrying this full-size large box. But for storage on a shelf, this is fine to me. So I am excited. Let me go ahead and open the cards because they are still in, look at the edging. Oh, so nice. They're still in the plastic. So let me go ahead and open this and we can get into the guidebook. Okay, so let's get into the guidebook. So this is the guidebook. It's a flexi bound. Oh, love the end pages. Gorgeous. What does it say? It says, born human, I aspire to be more like the mountain, letting the world grow all over me, becoming so visible I disappear into becoming something else. Sophia Wood. Oh, love that. So we have a table of contents here. We have a foreword and introduction, the suits, how to use the cards, example spreads, and a few words on tradition. We have the different suits. So suit 1 is ablaze. They're in red. Suit 2 is in blue. It's afloat. Then we have black, suit 3. And then multicolored is suit 4. Very interesting. The rest. And then at the end, we have who we are and then a thank you. So we have a foreword. Introduction. Okay, so it says here that the cards are divided into 4 suits. These highlight the patterns from which the plants emerge and messages that may hold for you both individually and as an interconnected spread. The suits are based on the elements, weather systems, ecologies, energetics, and alchemy. Each plant is classified in its corresponding suit based on its habitat, personality, relationship to other non-human beings, and or how the plant may interfere or interface rather with people. These cards be a starting point for your own relationships with the plants. Get to know them the same way you would a new friend. Okay, and then we talk about the suits here. So what does it say? Okay, it doesn't really go more into what it already said, in my opinion. It just says, for example, you may find a plant card that grows in the swamp in suit 3, the suit of the desert, because this plant's other significant qualities are related to the plants in that family. Okay. Then we have a how to use the cards. We have some spreads. So we have a 1 card a day, week, or month. We have a 3 card spread, which is your typical past, present, future. We have a 7 card spread, which is called root to seed. And then a few words on tradition. More tradition. And then we go into the suits. So a blaze is red, warm, fire, hot, sunny, gold, desire, mountainscape is the landscape. Okay. Okay. So what do we have here? So we have aconite. It says Queen of Poisons and Mirrors. Information. And then that's it. So it just goes into the information here. Okay. So we have, so it has a little symbol on the card that goes into each suit. So you'll know which suit is what. There we go. Interesting. So they all seem to be the same. You have 2 pages. And then we have about the author and illustrator. And then a thank you. So yeah, which is amazing. Okay, so we'll definitely read from the guidebook afterwards. So I did open, I took out the plastic of the cards. This is the box. Very fun. I do really love it. We have a flower on the back, and then this is the front of the tuck box. On the inside, it is bright ass orange, which I love. So fun. Okay, let's put that there. So the edges are like an antique type of gold. Let me see if there's any glitter. No. Okay. No glitter. These are the backs. Well, let's get into the cards. So aconite is the first one. This is the suit of a blaze. A blaze. I don't think I'm going to name every single plant since I don't know. I do wish there was like a keyword on the plant. Or rather on the card, not the plant, but on the card. But there is stuff going in the card, so maybe that can be helpful. If not, then you'll have to use the guidebook if it doesn't feel intuitive. Passion flower. Pretty. I love the butterflies. Rosemary. St. John's wort. Sweet flag. Then we go into the next suit, which I believe is a drift. Let me just make sure. In the table of contents. Yeah. No, it's a float, rather. A drift is the third. The third suit. Okay. So we're entering the suit of a float. A float. Definitely going to see more blues in this because that's the color associated with this particular suit. Love this. Peppermint. Seaweed. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if I've seen seaweed before in a plant deck. Skull cap. Valerian. Vtex. This I don't know. Willow. Now we're going into the suit of a float, which is black and white. So all of these are going to be like grayscale, black and white. Which I really like. I actually really like this. Definitely excited to use this, actually. I feel like this deck would go really well with the queer tarot that they have. Licorice. This, I don't know what this is. Red root. Straw flower. Interesting. Thistle. Yarrow. Then we go into the last suit, which is amidst. Some of these I don't know. I love how colorful this is, though. Bee balm. Black walnut. Borage. Catnip. Oh, I love it. Dogwood. Interesting. Figwort. Hawthorn. This I know. Ooh, magnolia. Is that earth? It's like planets on the beads. Marshmallow. Interesting. Motherwort. Nettle. Poison ivy and poison oak. Okay. And then lastly, we have wild yam. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Again, the deck is taller and wider than standard tarot, which I've stated already is always going to be the case in my opinion. So let's start shuffling. Oh, this shuffle's nice. Overhanded shuffle is really nice. How would this shuffle riffle? No idea. The cards are a bit thick, so I don't know. But this shuffles really nicely. Like, I actually really like this. Okay, let's pick a card. No idea what this is. Ellie Campaign? Ella Campaign? I don't know. I'm going to be butchering this, I think. I'm going to be butchering this, I think. I think I'm going to be butchering this. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's E. It's in the second suit. The suit. Ooh. Okay. Ellie Campaign. The Moving River. Ellie Campaign is the bright sun, the fortifier, the parameter walker, the wind in a stuffy room. Ellie Campaign has an amazing affinity with the human lungs, the home to our most immediate bodily interface with the world. There it asks the question, what is me and what is not me? Our lungs navigate how to draw in what we need to make every cell in our bodies function without letting in the dangers and pollutants that cause us harm. Ellie Campaign is the ally that shines a light on what we need while expelling what we do not. The lungs are also the safe house of our grief, rather. Our breath reflects the current nature of our love, family, and sense of belonging. If these elements in life feel clear and secure, we inhale with strength and confidence, and we are far more willing to take risks and challenge ourselves to grow. Ellie Campaign is an ally if you feel yourself torn between worlds, not quite fitting in, or struggling to be seen as the most authentic self. Ellie Campaign can help center your heart in your body, steady your actions during a transition, or offer support in a moment when you feel simply unseen or misperceived. As a plant with a long history of use for protection and finding love, Ellie Campaign is an ally if you wonder where you belong and how you can arrive there. Arrive there safely. Ellie Campaign will aid in purging the fears, decay, muck, and debris that can build up inside when we are not able to fully express ourselves. When the rivers of our breath are running smoothly again, we can walk out into the sun and proclaim ourselves to the world with pride. Okay. So let me show what I read. So this is how it looks. It says the moving river. And then this is everything that I read. Really a lot of detail, I have to say. It's a lot of detail. I really like the amount of information that they provide in the guidebook. I think this deck is really well done. And I'm excited to get into it more because this will be definitely an interesting plant deck to I don't know, to read about and to use, especially with the guidebook being that detailed. So yeah, I'm excited. Next, we're going to get into the rest, which is all books. So I'm going to switch up the view and we'll get into that. So the first two books that we're going to be looking at are these two here. They actually released in February. They're the Little Encyclopedia series. So the first one is the Mythical Horses, an A to Z Guide to Legendary Steeds. This is by Eliza Berkowitz and illustrated by Kate Forrester. So we opened here, we have just blue pages. We have a table of contents where it states an introduction. We go into the mythical horses, conclusion, works cited, and an index. And then about the author and illustrator. Everything is in black and white, so we have an introduction here. And then we go into the mythical horses themselves. So what we have is we have A to Z. It literally goes from A to Z. The type of horses, I think this, so it starts with so it starts with agricultural powerhouse and then goes into different things. We have anatomy of a horse, Arion, different types of horses based on different legends and things. We have centaurs, for example. Headless horsemen. We also have unicorns and Pegasus and things like that in here as well. It's a cute little book. Has a little bit of information for each entry. Here's the entry for unicorn. And yes, we have the white horse of Kent. Widowmaker. So yes, we have a zodiac horse. And then we have a little conclusion, works cited, and an index. Yes, and then we have about the author and illustrator at the end. So that's the mythical horses. Then we have the fairies version. So this is A to Z Guide to Fae Magic. This is by Ojo Opaneki, I believe, or Nike maybe. Opaneki. I'm not sure. Illustrated also by Kate Forrester. We have purple pages inside. And then it's structured the same way. So we have introduction, fairies, conclusion, works cited, index, and about the author and illustrator. So we have the introduction, then it goes into the fairies. So again, it's structured the same way from A to Z. We have different types of fairies here with little blurbs for each. It's kind of like a little dictionary in my opinion, which I really like. I hope that they do more of these. I think it would be really cool. So yes, and then of course it goes into the conclusion, works cited. This one has way more works cited. And then the index rather. And then about the author and illustrator at the end. So yes, both of these retail for $18 in the US and $24 in Canada. So you can definitely get these now. They are already out. They released in February. Then we have Make Your Own Magic. This is a beginner's guide to self-empowering witchcraft. Now, I did receive an ARC before I received the final copy. An ARC is just an advanced reader copy. This is an uncorrected version. It was in a paperback form like this. But this is the final version that you'll be receiving. It is hardcover, which I love. I love better actually because it looks more luxurious in my opinion. We have these gorgeous end pages. Now this is, I didn't say, it's about by Amanda Lovelace. Amanda Lovelace is a poet. She does a lot of poetry books with the publishing house Andrews McMeel Publishing. This, however, is published by Running Press. Obviously, since this is a Running Press video, but we do have all her works here that she has, mainly with Andrews McMeel Publishing. So yes, there is a journal coming out from Running Press. It'll be out, oh man, I don't remember when it's going to be out, in April or May or something. I have requested it. It will be coming at some point. So yes. So we have a table of contents here. We have the basics, your intuition, your cycles, more magic, references, special acknowledgements, and about the author. So we have a note from the author. Really love this. And then it goes into the basics. I do love the artwork. I'm not sure if that's the same artist that did the decks that she has. I'm wondering if it's Medeiros, Janine Medeiros. Nope. Illustrations are Raquel Aparicio, I believe is how you pronounce that. Apologies if I did not pronounce that correctly. I do love her artwork too, though. Let's see. So we have some basics. This seems very easy to read, very easy to understand, which is something I really like about Amanda Lovelace. Like, I have both of her decks. They're very easy to use, very easy to understand. And I really love that because it feels very beginner friendly. So I feel like this will be very beginner friendly, in my opinion, to read and use, which is really good. We have cycles. We have a card spread here, which is really nice. Very interesting. We have some spreads and stuff. This is really nice. I am excited to use this actually because I do love tarot and stuff like that. So yes, we have stuff to do with the seasons, which, oh, I love that very much actually. And then we have some more magic at the back. I love how she includes a lot of card spreads in this. If you're really into tarot and using it with magic, you might really enjoy this actually, because this is great. I'm actually really excited to read this. I did not read the uncorrected copy. I'm actually really happy to have the uncorrected copy though. I feel like I see a lot of booktubers, they get like arcs and things. So I feel like the uncorrected copy I could probably use to highlight stuff and whatnot, maybe tab things without destroying this gorgeous version, because this is luxurious. Like Running Press, I love their books. They really go above and beyond when it comes to their hardcover bound books, in the sense that they are always luxurious looking. When it comes to the covers, when it comes to the end pages, they really take a lot of effort into designing their books and making them really feel like a luxury, even though price point wise, this retails for $20 in the US and $26 in Canada. That's pretty affordable in my opinion for a hardbound book. So yeah, so I'm really happy to have this uncorrected version, because at least I could highlight things in this without destroying this copy. So really happy about that actually. But I am excited to get the journal. The journal will be coming out within the next month or two, I believe. So I will be showing that on the channel obviously when I receive it. Then let's get into the Crafting Magic Grimoire Journal. This goes with the deck that I showed earlier, the spell deck, but you can obviously get them separately. They are sold separately, so you don't have to get one over the other or both together. You can literally do whatever you'd like. So this is the Crafting Magic, a Junior Witch's Grimoire. It is by Nikki Vanderkar and illustrated by Uta Krogman. Absolutely beautiful. I love the roses. So you can put your name here. And then we have the table of contents. So we have sample spell record, sample ritual record. We have an altar, crystals, herbs, essential oils, table of correspondences, friendship magic, fulfillment magic, family magic, and then that's it. So we have the introduction. We have a sample of how the records should look, I guess. The name, the date, the place, time, place, things like that. Altar stuff. This is like the same information that was given with the deck. So if you didn't get the deck and you only got this, then here you go. Ooh, we have a friendship code. We have place to write, friendship spell, some rituals and spell record pages, empowerment, fulfillment potion spell, and then finding fulfillment ritual. You have some place to write. It's very structured, which as a kid, I'm sure kids really appreciate that. But we definitely have some interesting note pages, family magic. So yeah, we have different sections within it, which is great. And again, if you're interested in getting the rest, we have the Junior Witch's Handbook as well as the spell deck. The spell deck I have shown in this video. The Junior Witch's Handbook I've shown in another previous video when I got it. I got this last year. So let me just look at my shelf. Yeah, I got this last year. So it's in one of the videos that I've shown with running press stuff on the channel. Then we have the Forest Magic, Rituals and Spells for Green Witchcraft. This is by Nikki Vanderkar and illustrated by Eileen Manon. I swear this, I just want to pronounce everything in French. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this person's name correctly. I apologize if I'm not. But this goes with the Forest Magic deck that I showed earlier. Oh, and I forgot to say, the grimoire retails for $14.99 in the US and $19.99 in Canada, in case anyone wanted the pricing for that. Now, back to the Forest Magic book. This retails for $22 in the US, $29 in Canada. It is their hardbound book. Beautiful end pages. Two Witches of the Forest. So what do we have here? We have an introduction, finding and creating your sacred grove, on asking permission, crystals and forest magic, the calendar of the trees, the tale of the Oak King and the Holly King. Then we have part 1, the Oak King, part 2, the Holly King. And that's it. So we have the different things here. So the Oak King covers, this is like seasonal, or rather Wheel of the Year related. So we have Imbolc, Ostara, Midday Ritual, Biltena, Litha, and then it goes into Holly King, where we have Lammas, Mabon, Samhain, and Yule. Very nice. I'm excited to read this. This looks really interesting. The calendar of the trees. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Zodiac of the trees. I'm really interested in this information. We have the tale of the Oak King and the Holly King. And then it goes into the first part. The artwork in this is luxurious, I have to say. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I love this. This is a great pairing with the deck. So if you wanted to get both of them together, this would be a great combination. I do have to say that. So yes, we have some acknowledgements, an index, and then that's it. And then about the author. So yes, absolutely gorgeous. Definitely goes well with the deck that was created. So definitely check it out if you're interested. We have one more book. It is a kid's book. It's called M is for Mystical. It's a book for mini mystics. It's pretty much a children's book where it goes through the alphabet. This was written by Emma Mildon and illustrated by Sarah Ugolotti. This retails for, oh, it doesn't say. Retails for $17.99 in the US, $22.99 in Canada. This is published by Running Press, but their RP Kids line. The artwork is absolutely stunning. It says magic is everywhere in the back. The illustrations are gorgeous. I love the end pages, honestly. This is beautiful, but it's pretty much just an A to Z book to read to small children in regards to magical purposes. We have, I'll just show you the first one. A is for astrology, and then it talks, you read this, there's a fun fact, and then it goes into astrology, which I really like. But yes, it's gorgeous. There's M for moon, or L for lunar cycle, rather. So it's really cute. The illustrations are gorgeous, and I think this is absolutely breathtaking. So if you have young children, you might really like picking this up to add to their book collection. And I'm really big on books, especially for kids. I think kids should definitely read and explore different books and things out there. So I think this is a great book that they added to their catalog of books in terms of Running Press Kids. So yes. So that was for everything from Running Press for the last 2 months. The 2 books from February and everything else is releasing this month in March. Again, I don't know when this video is going up, so some of these items might already have released as you're watching this video. So definitely check out the links down below in the description box if you're interested in anything in this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think of anything. Is there something here that caught your eye? Is there something here that you would add to your wish list or pick up? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, no matter what. I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as is greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.